So, Tyla and I went to the movies to see Sound of Freedom. And the reason we went there was I told you apparently AMC Theaters is like stopping people from seeing the movie. So we're going to go and see if they tried to stop us from seeing the movie. We went to the Rockaway Theater, and I guess you bought the tickets ahead of time. I don't know. We just walked in.
I bought them in the parking lot, right?
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, so the only thing I remember about walking in there is the girl like eyed up our coffees because I always have a coffee.
Because I was like, oh, it's leaking all over my hand.
I'm trying to hold it down here, and she's like, oh, the coffee's leaking. So the girl's looking. Oh, but she didn't bother us. So they send us into Theater 1. We go get our seats, and again, we went there to see if they did anything to stop us or make us uncomfortable. And the reason we did that is because I had been sending you all the things on TikTok, all the people that were saying everything from we have to re-download the movie, like you're in a movie theater and they have to download the movie. Mm-hmm. The air conditioner was broken, the lights were broken, they couldn't turn on the lights. I saw just all kinds of delays, or blatantly them coming in and saying, sorry folks, we can't show the movie, we're going to give everybody a refund, you go see another movie. So we decided to see if they did it to us, right? Mm-hmm. So we got there and we sat in the top far corner to make sure that we could see everything and report what was happening. And nothing really in the beginning that happened, right? Other than people fighting for seats.
Yeah, that was so weird. But then I told you, I sent you a video on TikTok. The people.
That's right.
Fighting.
That's right. Someone got punched. Like, I guess he said you're in my seat, and the guys started pushing each other, and like some old man's on the ground.
Mm-hmm. I don't get it. What happened to like back in the day when you like literally just went in and found seats?
I didn't know they didn't do that. Like, when you bought,
you
and I was
have
like,
to like select a
top corner.
seat.
Right. The other thing was the people in front of us that did it. They sat there for 2 minutes talking about the seats and showing each other. Mm-hmm. There was 75 seats empty in every direction. And of course, I was trying to say that out loud, but I was getting elbowed not to get involved.
You with your legs open.
I was at the top of the stairway, and I said if I was a girl and sitting here, I would be giving the guys a little treat as they walked up the steps. And then I started doing it even though I was wearing jeans and I'm not a girl. So I didn't think they needed to know about that one, but I guess they did. So I guess before we get to the ending and stuff like that, we should bring up that the movie, the reason we're doing this is kind of to bring awareness to the movie. For the reason, I have different reasons than most people. The movie is about, I guess, a federal agent who gets it personal. He wants to save some girl or some kids. I know he says out like 50 or 100, but there's one missing, and he goes on some like rogue thing to find her. Is that pretty much what happened?
So he ends up saving the little boy. So it's brother and sister. I guess it was like a modeling agency. Remember in the beginning,
That's right. They were pretending the modeling.
It was in Spanish. So they were pretending it was a modeling agency. They took the kids in a van. They said they were going to the beach. They end up putting them into the container. I am totally making it a spoiler. So you should definitely
I'll put a warning in the beginning if you haven't seen the movie.
Now I lost my train of thought because I feel bad.
The boy in the container.
Oh, okay. So he ends up, remember, he was on the computer and he caught that one guy and he made the guy believe that he was like him. And he got him the little boy, and they got him at the border, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, we can leave some imagination to the movie. We won't tell them everything. That's right. And then I guess it was the boy's sister.
Yes.
Wasn't in the group because she had got sent somewhere else.
Correct.
And that agent wanted to get that girl at no stopping her.
Yeah, he wasn't going to give up.
Okay.
Because he found out everything was connected.
And the reason that I'm podcasting this isn't so much for the sex trafficking, even though it is, but on my side, one of the conspiracies that people didn't believe me on was the use of adrenochrome, where they take young kids like that and they take parts of their body, parts of blood, and they turn it into basically a serum. They use one of those micro needler rollers that puts the little holes in your face. Mm-hmm. and they put this stuff in there. So it's from babies and toddlers and children, hence the Epstein Island thing. There was always kids there and celebrities, and that's why it was a big thing, and we'll get into that another day. So, what? You laughing at me?
No.
So again, adrenochrome is taken from the sex traffic mark. That's how they get them. They don't all go for sex. Some of them go to Hollywood and they're kept places, and this is what they're used for. So that's why I was bringing this out. Again, sex trafficking is horrible, but why am I doing it? There's no conspiracy there because it's been happening forever because of the adrenochrome. And that's why I wanted to talk about this. And I don't know, I sent you a couple clips of like Ellen talking to Sandra Bullock. And literally Sandra's trying, I know, but she's trying to like, and they put stuff, and Ellen's like, what stuff, Sandra? And like finally she says it, and
okay, but you're sure that that's real? Like, you saw that live on TV?
It's real. Yes, it's real. Like, some celebrities have come out and said what they're doing. And that, like, Mel Gibson.
I'm gonna Google.
You can Google. Mel Gibson they're trying to get this to stop. And the reason they do this is because it vitalizes the skin back to youth. Like, look at some of these celebrities. They have no wrinkles, and they're 57, they're 65, 70. Dolly Parton is like 99, and she looks like she's 20. There's not a wrinkle on her.
Yeah, but Dolly's had work.
Yeah, but work wears off after a while, and then adrenochrome came out.
Dolly has work every day. Like, come on, if I had Dolly money.
Dolly, if you're listening, call us, and we'll get your side.
If I had Dolly money, like, seriously, the guy would live in a room in one of my mansions, and I would just go there and be like, wrinkle, fix it.
You just get wrinkles overnight?
You never know. I don't know. I mean, apparently she doesn't, because she looks fantastic.
I guess I should say that I have no proof that Dolly Parton uses adrenochrome. It's just my suspicion.
Okay. Yeah, don't be accusing her of anything.
Sorry, Dolly. What are you looking up over there?
Sandra. I just love her.
Yeah, why did she?
But it says penis facials, so I'm trying to. Is that what it is?
Yeah, they take the foreskin off little babies and they turn it into this stuff that they roll on their face.
Okay, but I've never heard of. Hold on. I've never heard of these people.
What is it? A list of people that use it, or
no? I googled, and like all the websites that had that story were like Hinduism and like stuff like that. I've never heard of those websites, but people.
Well, because if you try to search this, it gets taken down instantly. Like even things I send you on TikTok, I try to go back a couple hours later and
this has been up since 2018. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm. Don't try and play Sandra. No. I love her.
Well, Sandra, reach out and tell us why you told everybody that you use little baby.
I want to know if it's her, like, or
it's
if
her.
this
That's a
is
live
like.
show. You can go.
Okay, that's what I was asking though. Like, is it really live, or like, is this a clip that like popped up out of nowhere?
No, it's a real show. And anyway.
Whatever. I give her credit for admitting it.
I don't think she had a choice.
Why?
Ellen kind of beat it out of her. She was like, and what is it made of? And
she could have literally chose to just sit there.
No, she would have looked guilty. By her saying it, she made it like it was no big deal.
Hasn't like Kanye went on there and just like sat there with a mean mug?
But it's Kanye's nuts.
Okay.
And actually the Kanye that's here now is not the original Kanye. It's a clone. See, folks, she doesn't believe in any of this stuff. That's why she's kind of here. She's like our yin to my yang. She's the other side of my beliefs. What?
No, I was going to say something, but I shouldn't. You were supposed to get rid of this. Oh, no. We said that we were going to let it be seen. Okay.
Enjoy your vitamin water.
Thank you.
And if you guys want to sponsor us, you know how to reach us. So...
We are totally off topic, kind of.
No, we'll go back. So it was the reason I wanted to bring it was because of what they were doing to the kids that were sex trafficked. They're not all used for sex. It's trafficking, and some of them go for, celebrity use.
It was just like seriously disturbing. Like, I'm gonna get emotional.
A lot of people in the theater I could see were crying, and a couple people left. They walked out in the beginning after like some of the sex trades. Some people walked out.
What about Are you going to talk about The Flash?
Oh, wow. We weren't 10 minutes in? 10, 15 minutes in?
Well, yeah, because it was like her profile picture, right? Like for the...
So they went to Spain or wherever they were, and they showed the parents a modeling agency, which was a front for sex trafficking. So they bring the kids, and they're actually doing the fake pictures. So they have this little girl. How old did she turn out to be? 8, 10?
I think
they ever
she
tell
was...
us?
No, he was turning 8, remember? His birthday was in April.
So she's about 10.
Yeah, I guess she was like 10,
9 or 10
11.
or something.
Something like that, maybe.
So this little girl, one of the characters,
God, we're so bad at this.
Great. They have her all dressed up, and you're taking pictures. And all of a sudden,
the red lipstick.
We see a flash in the theater. And I'm like, what is that? So I look over, and there's some creepy dude taking pictures of the little girl modeling with the lipstick and like on his phone, and no one is saying anything about it. Like, I'm pretty sure that we didn't sit in the one theater at the one time that the girl's uncle was like watching the movie. I'm pretty sure there was other people in that movie theater that were watching for research, like the guy at our 2:00.
Oh my God, Tundra.
Yeah. There's definitely a couple pedos in there that were there for the wrong reason.
It was just weird. Like, okay, cool. Like, you want to go to the movies by yourself. When did we go? Did we go on a Friday?
Was it a Friday? I don't remember.
We're so bad.
It was a day.
Okay, whatever. We went. So, like, cool. You want to go to the movies by yourself? I give you props.
Wednesday.
Was it?
Because I had an event on Friday, and I don't think I saw you the day before. So I think we went on Wednesday night.
No, it was our reunion.
Wednesday night, no?
I guess. I don't know. I should have put it in my calendar, right?
We did have a reunion.
Okay. I'll tell you. Hold on.
Well, while you're looking for that, yeah, so the creepy guy, I don't know what that was about. I looked over, I made a little bit of a scene, and it didn't happen again.
Did I have the doctor earlier?
I don't remember. I don't. I was so excited to see you that I didn't really care what you were doing until you got there.
Oh my God, I do have it in my phone. Don't show.
All right, pick back up. People are going to think that I edited that out, or Tyler's going to think that I edited that out, but it's still just going to play straight through.
I do have it.
Why are you showing it?
No, because I didn't want to show my doctors. Because I had my doctors.
You can't see it. It's blurry. They won't be able to read it. I'll blur it out. So it was Wednesday? You said you had the date. It was Wednesday. Okay. So after that, I don't think anything really happened. A couple people left. There was a couple like seat arguments. But I started to point out to you that I'm not 300 pounds anymore, and I don't sweat when I go out. Yet I was.
You were like beet red.
Yes, I was beet red. It was starting to mist, and it was starting to like. And I noticed it was uncomfortable, and I thought, are they really shutting the air conditioner off on us? Waited, watched the movie. And the movie was 2.5 hours. I think it was.
Something like that, yeah.
It seemed very quick. It was, I guess the way they did it, you didn't seem like 2.5 hours. But by the end, I was extremely hot. It was
2 hours and 11 minutes.
2:11. It was warm in there. At that point, I decided to go outside and look for a manager. Now, it's 11:30, 12 o'clock at night when that let out. Because it was like 9:30, 10:30, 11, it was around 12. The theater was closing up. There wasn't many people. But there was one person acting as the manager. I basically went up. I said, is there a manager? And he was like, oh, I'm here. So that's acting to me. I went up to him and basically said the truth. I said, so listen, we heard that you guys have been blocking or making it uncomfortable for people to see this movie. So we came undercover to find out what was happening. And it seems like you turned the air conditioner off on us. What happened? And his response was, yeah, the air conditioner in Theater 1 hasn't been working for about 3 weeks or so. And I said, oh, the exact time that movie's been in the theater? And he said, funny enough, yeah. And I said, could I get your name so that I could mention you? And his name was Chandler. So thank you, Chandler, for the information. AMC in Rockaway is turning off the air conditioner to make it uncomfortable for people to see. And they're claiming that it's broken and scheduled for repair. I bet you it gets repaired when the movie's not there anymore. So, technically, we got what we wanted. Aside from the air conditioner and stuff like that, they could have done worse. They could have just shut it off. They could have claimed glitch. They did let us watch it. They just made it uncomfortable for us to watch it. But, again, the reason for the podcast was kind of to bring this to light. And at the end of it, do you remember exactly what he was saying? You were watching and tearing, and I was kind of just laughing. Not at the movie, at the people that in front of us. Not laughing at them. Stop. No, because people were leaving and things were happening, but you were emotional.
Because it's a special video, right? That's what you're talking about? When it was
at the
like,
end, when
and
Jesus
the countdown?
came up and talked to, it's the guy who played Jesus in Passion of the Christ. That's the guy who's doing this. So yeah, he wanted, and he even said, like, we want you to share this. You can download the video and show it to people. So they want it out there.
Well, they did it in 2018, remember? But they kept hitting the blocks, and they weren't.
It was being blocked by the Illuminati. We all know that already. But so they wound up doing it, I think, on like crowdsource or one of those things where it like gets publicly funded and put out there. And because of that, they want you to show it to people. They basically said if you don't have money to see it, I think they had a way like you're either supposed to, can you see it for free or something, or they told you to buy it for somebody. I thought they said if you couldn't see it, you could contact something and like see it somehow. I think he said that at the end, like, because they wanted everybody to see it regardless of the money.
Yes. You have the clip, right?
I do have the clip. I'll see if we're allowed to show it. I think we might be able to.
They said scan it, but my phone wasn't scanning it.
Oh, that's right. There was a barcode on there.
Mm-hmm.
So the reason I'm bringing this up is he did say, share this, like share it to, everywhere, social media and stuff like that. So we're sharing it for them. Because, of course, we want to try to help as much as we can to get the awareness and stop that.
I'm not going to lie. It was a really good movie. Like, based on a true story, whole 9 yards. I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did.
Yeah, because even though it was a sensitive topic, they made it interesting and there was action and it wasn't so, like, horrible.
I think I've been blind. Like, yes, I know sex trafficking. Like, I get it. It's out there. But, like, I don't think I realized how quick and like
easy it was.
Yeah,
because these people need money. Oh my God, your daughter's beautiful. We can get you a modeling contract. Oh yeah, take her for pictures. They went somewhere, right? It was. Well,
the dad didn't want to. The little girl was begging, and then the lady came to their place, right?
But when they were modeling for the picture, because remember he went to like a hotel? Did they bring him to the U.S. or was it just a hotel over there in Spain? Because remember the father came back and it was gone, like everything was gone.
Yeah, I think it was like a hotel.
Okay, I wasn't sure if they flew them here or if it was just something over there where they were. I was too busy eating gummy stuff.
Yeah.
Gummy bears.
I think that's like when the flash was happening, though.
It was right after the pictures. Yeah. So I wasn't.
So we were like totally freaking out because it just kept going.
I actually have a clip of the guy standing there showing that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what a clip will go. Okay. So is there anything I'm leaving out? I mean, like I said, I covered the.
I am looking for that clip that they played at the end. Let me pull this down. Let's go back. You're going to have to clip that. I apologize. I know.
So this is a new segment of Terror Talk that we're going to do, and it's called Trending Terror Tuesdays. And basically it's all the stuff going on that's trending on TikTok, Facebook, Shorts, Instagram, wherever. Stuff that's out there, even on the news. And we're going to, anything that falls in whatever I do, whether it be paranormal, unexplained mysteries, conspiracies, or anything that I just think is, weird. And we're going to bring this to you every Tuesday. And you'll be able to get the audio on wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And you'll also be able to see the video of us on YouTube. Now,
are you almost done?
Yes. So I did want to take a minute to introduce you guys to Tyla, and that is her. The back history of Tyla and Michael I owned a party venue in Whippany called The Rendezvous. If you had a party there, I appreciate you. And I hired Tyla as my bartender. Tyla was a great employee, and after a short amount of time, Tyla and I started to see each other.
This was the first gift you got me.
They can't see it. Hold it up. There it is. And what did you name
I
her?
need a new one. No, Lucy's in the car. No, Lucy's actually over there.
That doesn't have a name?
No.
What's wrong with it?
It's had better days.
We'll get you a new one.
Yeah.
So I started seeing Tyla, and my situation wasn't ideal.
Situation?
Situation? Yeah, it
Wait, I wanted you to stop talking before because I left my other vape in the car. And I was really upset and I made a sad face. So, okay, you can go back to talking about us.
This is why she's on the show. So my situation wasn't ideal. What situation? My situation wasn't ideal for meeting Tyla at the time. Should I tell them why, or should we just move past that?
I mean, let's just move past that.
Okay.
That's fine.
So as time went on, Tyla continued to work for me, but started not to like me much at all. Would you agree to that? We got along, but I was not
We
your
had
favorite
to
person.
because I had to pay for the car that I was driving that was in your name.
That's true. That was the BMW?
Yeah,
Yes.
the first blue one.
The first one.
First blue car.
Had a lot of blue cars.
Yeah, then there was the Camaro. But I bought Dad's car in between.
The Trailblazer,
Yes.
which sat at the lot most of the time.
Next to your truck.
Yep.
Hmm.
But let's go back.
Okay, going back.
So you basically ran my place for me for years. Even though you didn't like me that much.
I didn't sign up for it, but like when I'm the only one that's shown up, do what you gotta do.
So you ran it for a while. We continued to coexist together with, little to no problems.
Mhm.
I had some horrible family stuff go on. I didn't want to do it anymore. I closed the place down. We kind of parted. Stayed in touch, texts here and there, but you weren't really thrilled. So, it was like, I'd get like a, oh yeah, ha, or something, and then I wouldn't talk to you again.
Yeah, I guess we could say that.
Okay, something like that.
Something like that. Right? I think.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys watch any of my other podcasts or know anything about me, you know that I do meditate a lot. And since I started meditating and had the awakenings and all the stuff that I wrote my book about, which is Terror Talk The Awakening, you can find it on Amazon.
Can I see it behind me?
Yeah, it's behind her. Maybe you could see it back there. If not, I'm going to put it up on the screen for you to see. After that, I started meditating a lot. I start every day with meditations. I opened up clairvoyance, clairaudience. I can see things, I can hear things. And I'm also a big believer in manifesting. So in manifesting, I feel the vibration of what I want to happen, and then I have to match what it feels like to get that in order to go to what that is. And she's still new at all this stuff, but maybe at the end you can see that maybe she has to believe me. But anyway, no, luckily she was drinking because she didn't have the chance to jump in there. What was I saying? So, during my meditations one day, months and months ago, I kind of saw her pop up again, and then I saw us.
And it wasn't a nightmare.
It was not a nightmare. Truth be told, I've liked Tyla. I've tried to get her back numerous times. I've tried to stay in touch. I'm pretty persistent, so if she wants to tell me off, I just wait 6 months and try again. And basically, I saw us doing a podcast together. I saw more than the podcast, so I decided to get into the manifesting and see if I could bring it to reality. And I don't remember how I started, but I guess we were talking a little bit before I brought it up, right? Like just normal nonsense. I was showing you party pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. And then you sent me the package.
The package. Oh, I sent you the first one or the second one? The first one was the
mugs.
The first one was the mugs
With
a pre-roll,
yes.
right? But why is that important?
It was yours.
Right.
Yeah, no. And then I had to send you a video, and it was your birthday. And I sent you a video,
reviewing my
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking before I hit you with my plan. Like
but like randomly, all of a sudden you like text me and like the conversation kept going.
Okay.
And then you sent me the package. You were like, "Oh, you have to try one of mine," and I'm like, "So send it to me,"
Right.
because like I didn't want to hang out with you.
So basically, that was my way of trying to get more of an engagement because I had a plan, and there was.
You invited me to the casino, and I like laughed at you.
I did, but after persistence for a week, you said it's like 60-40, and then you said, "What's the one where you go?" So at that point, I said, at least you gave it thought.
But you knew that it was only 40% that I was going.
I was happy that you gave it 40% because at least and I've told you this now that you're aware of the plan, that my goal was to just get in your subconscious. So even when you were trying to do your thing, or even if you were talking to somebody, seeing somebody, I didn't ask. I didn't care. I knew that if I brought you to my reality, they would fade away because that's how I do things. So I didn't tell you, and I guess how was the first time that I finally just say, like, I had a vision? I think I finally just told it to you, or did I throw hints first about you being on the podcast or getting back together? I'm not 100% sure how I brought it back up.
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I feel like you were like throwing little hints in the beginning.
I was.
Because like you started talking about it.
I did.
But then you just like went full blown.
One day I had a meditation in the morning. Everything felt like it was on track. And I'm like, okay, today's the day you just hit her with everything and explain it. And I did. I explained that I wanted to have you on the podcast to do something weekly, and that we would also go out and, do investigations and podcasts and travel and just make it aside from my terror talk is a little bit more serious. I cover things that are important to people, which I can't go there and there's a possession and I'm laughing and giggling on the podcast because it takes away from what's really going on there. Mm-hmm. On this one, we can be a little bit more light. Some of the things that are out there are just funny. We're definitely going to talk about flat Earth because I'm going to show you that it's impossible for it to be round. But we'll get to that another day. It's what?
There's waves. That's why you don't see like the...
But I sent you the formula that this is the Earth, and they give you the formula. And if you look to go a certain amount of miles, I think it's after 3 miles, you would have 54 feet of curvature.
All right.
Then I sent you a picture of over 80 miles, someone going across water and showing an entire skyline. It should be like hundreds of feet below. It would be impossible. You wouldn't even see the top. It would also be, the buildings would be standing like this and you'd be standing like this.
Yeah, but they also said it was impossible to go to the moon.
We've never been to the moon. We've never been out of the atmosphere. That's all. But what's his name? Is that Buzz Aldrin? I think it is. The old man has literally gone on talk shows and they say, "So what's it like to be on the moon?" He goes, "It would have been nice if it happened," because he's old now and he doesn't care. What are they going to do? You gonna kill him? He's already old. So we've never been on the moon. We live on a flat. So the Earth may be round, yes, but it would be hundreds of times bigger than what they tell us, so that the part we're seeing as flat is really just all part of the curve. But the other thing is, go to basics. Forget what you've been told all your life. Go to basics.
My eye hurts.
Where in the world does water not find its level? You pour water in anything, it always finds its level.
Yeah.
Okay. But suddenly it bends around the planet? So underneath it's not level, it's round.
Listen, it's like something out there, like...
It's because from the day you were born, they sent you to school for programming to teach you this.
Well, they programmed this one correctly.
But do you want to know why they did it? It's very simple. Right now, you're on a ball floating in space.
Yes.
There's nowhere you can go. You can go as far as you want in every other direction. Eventually, you're going to wind up back where you are.
Okay.
That stops people from escaping. If you knew that you lived on a thing with an ice wall around the edge, how many people we're going to get to that side? You'd have, and over on that side, there's maps, there's more land, there's government things, there's all kinds of stuff. They don't want that. Point being, it's very easy to disprove round Earth. It's almost impossible to disprove flat Earth. When I started this, I obviously the Earth is round. That's what you're taught. But the more I saw the proof of the more you can't unless you just stay with what you're programmed. But I don't do that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Aren't you gonna tell them about how like after Rendezvous, you expanded. No, you shut down half of it,
I
right?
consolidated. I had 2 rooms. So I got rid of the first original, because I started with 1.
Mm-hmm.
We eventually grew and got 2, and we broke through the wall to have a double space.
Mm-hmm.
And then family stuff and all the, so I got rid of 1 so that I could cut back on the rent, basically.
Yeah.
And we built, what we changed it to was the garage.
Oh, that's what was happening. You got cut down to 1, but we had to go with the second room that was going to be our only one now.
Yes, because
Mm-hmm.
he had
Rendezvous
somebody that would
1
take
was
1.
going to get rented, and we were going to be in Rendezvous 2, and we were turning it into the garage.
Right, and because Rendezvous 1 had that balcony, I had
VIP.
them bring in that contraption, which is why I made it the garage.
It was amazing, though.
Because it was a big, like, industrial, like, overlook, and I mean, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it overhung the bar, I mean, the place was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't into it. And
yeah, and
I tried to give it to you,
left
actually.
me out to dry.
I tried to give you the business, remember?
Yes,
and you just didn't
but
want it. Like, you didn't
no,
want to take
you
it.
had messed it up so bad.
I did. I admit
You
that.
messed it up so bad. We were literally hanging on by a string.
Yeah.
It was rough.
And that's why I closed. I just didn't want to deal with it anymore.
Yeah, you
And
were
then-
running away,
I was. And
going to
then
different states,
I was indeed.
looking for
That was-
feathers everywhere.
That was
oh,
right
a feather.
before. That was actually right before we closed. I really didn't care at that point. I was just
Well,
going.
that's when you were like, here, you want it?
Yeah.
And I was like, you broke it.
I did.
The wall's about to catch on fire.
You know, little things you have to do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was bad. But yeah, you
But-
ran away.
Right. So I went, and that was just the start of my complete decline down to, rock bottom, where, I finally did get my life again. Now, during that time, we kind of just split. I didn't really talk to you. I know I talked to you once. You helped out with, you went to a flea market. You came to the flea market.
My birthday, you were very good to me.
I was?
Yeah, I needed a rental.
Oh, okay. I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that was, so that,
Yeah, you
but I
got
saw
me
you
the
then.
caddy.
I saw you then for a little bit, and then, but it was like we would text a couple days, then disappear into the night again for a couple months. No?
No, because you had the police car, and then I ended up with the police car. How many cars of yours have I had?
A lot. Well, the police car you took
When
to
are you gonna give me
use,
this one?
as soon as I make enough money to buy a Defender.
Okay.
Range Rover, if you'd like to sponsor me with a Defender, TerrorTalkNJ.com. But I forgot what we were saying.
Flea market.
Yeah, you helped me out. At that time, I had opened an antique shop
Yes.
with my partner George, which is actually what led me to Terror Talk. We started getting all the haunted stuff and stuff like that. But the point was, we really didn't stay in touch too much after that.
No, when we separated, we went our separate ways.
Well,
I think that's why we were able to pick back up. I did my thing.
It took a while.
I went off and made my mistakes.
We all have to make them, which was, I don't think if we did, I don't think it would have lasted anyway, because we needed to make a bunch of nonsense and learn some lessons. But I kept in contact. I would invite you to something here or there, or send you a picture when I got a place, just to remind your subconscious that I'm still out there.
I'd ignore you.
Or you would give me like an LOL or looks good or something. I'd get one little thing.
Oh, yeah, I always supported you. I just didn't want to.
Right. And then I was trying to talk to you again, and because I'm Mr. Carefree, doesn't care about anything, remember anything, I forgot your birthday. And that the next morning,
I forgot that you forgot. Oh, my God.
The funny thing was, you were texting me all day.
Mm-hmm. I was waiting for it.
I had no idea.
I was like, no way. He's always been so good to me, my mom, never. He won't forget. He's going to show up. I'm going to get donuts delivered. I'm going to get something. Nothing.
And the next morning, now, in my defense, again, there's a podcast about this, I did have a complete switch of
I don't care. It should be in your calendar.
I get it. You're right.
It should be on repeat. It should be like your password for your ATM card. Because it's probably the same thing that it was in 2015.
Probably. You can go try it. But anyway, so I did forget and apologized. Didn't make any excuses. You know, just said that I just wasn't.
You did make an
it.
excuse. You were like, "Oh, I'm not the same person."
I did. I said it was my fault. I had no idea, and I don't think about stuff like that anymore. And I did show you that I put an alarm on my phone. I'll never forget it again, folks.
Live
I know
and
it.
learn.
Oh, I know it. It's imprinted in my brain. But so you were furious. You didn't talk to me for a little bit, and I kept trying to, like the little sad puppy dog, like see if you would talk again. And eventually, you did start. And then I believe I started inviting you to the casino for my birthday. And I knew you weren't going to come, but I needed...
That was like PTSD.
I know. But I needed a reason to introduce you into this so that I could finally tell you my whole plan. And you actually gave me more than I expected. I didn't expect you to give me a 60-40 or a 40-60. I expected like, I expected like, no, and I won't say the name after it, but that's what I expected. And you did it. So I was like, okay. So I knew you weren't going to come, but there's also a part of my memory where you do show up for things like the window tinting, like completely like out of, you know, you just drove 2.5 hours.
I mean, like I said, you were always good to me. You were always good to like my mom, everything like that. Like even working for you wasn't that bad at moments.
Well, you did make the most of everybody.
But
well, you ran it for me. I had to.
I mean, like I had to do everything, and like because of you, I got an addiction to the dollar store.
The dollar store is amazing. Even my old man goes to the dollar store, goes on dates to the dollar store.
No, but Dad always finds the best stuff everywhere. Anyway, we're off topic.
Because he's cheap.
No, he's not.
But anyway,
he's smart.
He's very smart. But
and those are my millions. Leave him alone.
No, where was I going with this?
Me and you.
Oh, so
how
I knew you weren't going to come.
I hated you, and then I didn't hate you.
We're past the hating part.
Oh, okay.
We're back to the nice part.
Okay. Are you sure?
So you nicely told me you weren't coming the day of my birthday. So it was nice. Like you weren't like mean about it or anything like that. I kind of knew you weren't. I had told some people that I had asked you, and they're like, "Oh, you think she's going to go?" And I'm like, "No." But it was nice that she didn't just outright say no. It was like kind of whatever. So after that, you finally came back, and I eventually told you my meditation, my vision, my plan, which the plan was to bring you on the podcast, but not just to bring you on as the co-host, to bring you on to get back to a Tyla and Mike, so that we become Brangelina, what was the
Benifer.
Benifer. We want to be...
we don't want to be no.
Tyla? A Michaela? No, it's too close to Michaela. No thanks.
Oh my God.
We already got one of those.
Love her though. That's my mini.
Mickey Scary Clown. You can look her up on Instagram. She's our unofficially adopted daughter, right? I really didn't have a say in the matter. She kind of just came up to me one day and said, "Can I call you Dad?" I said, "Okay."
Yes.
But so I finally hit you with the plan, and I don't know if you ever told me like the thought process from when I told you. I will say before you get into it, you have not agreed to anything other than to be on the podcast, and I have offered you pretty much everything, including marriage, correct?
Correct.
And I believe you're still processing it.
Yes.
And old Mike is taking some beatings for things he did, which is fine. I expected that to happen, and I'm man enough to stand up for them. But yeah, so here you are, and you never told me like what was the thought process when I first told you, and then explain what made you think like, wait, because it wasn't just you going, okay, some things happened or have been happening that have almost been a little surreal.
Well, I mean, it's
like numbers and
it's everything.
Praying mantises.
No, seriously. So what started that day though?
Numbers.
My battery, right? That
yes.
was the day.
Yes.
So it was my battery on my car dying, you needing a battery for your car that will soon be my car, because that's always how it goes.
That's how it goes.
And then you ended up getting a deal on it. Then I went home and I saw the praying mantis. And then it's always been the times What else happened though? Something weird happened.
Well, to explain to everybody what we're talking about, since I came back with my quote-unquote offer, we've been seeing numbers together ridiculously, repeating numbers, sequential numbers. Always pick up the phone, the text, and it's at that time. Like, we would have to be psychopaths setting like alarms to do that, and
yeah,
it's not
really
happening.
weird.
Right.
It's really weird.
And then the praying mantis, which is a symbol of luck and all kinds of good things, jumps on your window, and you literally sent me a picture, and I was literally like, Tyler, you really got to stop fighting the universe. Like, just go with it.
It was there for a while too. It definitely was like just chilling, like, hi, here I am. Are you getting this sign? Like, here. Like, if you ever needed a sign,
That's what I said.
here it
I
is.
said, if anybody was ever looking for a sign and like avoided that one, then like there's no hope, because that's a sign.
But we went shopping the other day, and what did we see? We saw the shirt that said Texas. We saw something else. Couldn't find a Bobby shirt.
I forgot to mention this one when we were in the movie theater. So I'll leave names out, but I'm with a production company or someone that is working on a series for us. And I introduced you, and he liked you. He liked the idea. So we were in the movie theater talking about what I should send this person.
Mm-hmm.
And literally at that second, I got a text message from him asking me about a movie. We don't talk at night. Like, he texts me during the day. I get my calls, business hour stuff, not 11 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
But we were talking about him, and I always say the universe finds ways to validate. We got a text message from him completely out of character to validate what we were talking about at that minute.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the kind of signs I just keep looking at her saying, like, how can you fight this?
Yeah, there's been a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There has.
So why don't you tell everybody what your plans are? And me at the same time.
I do not know. Everybody is going to have to stay tuned.
So write in the comments if you think we still make the power couple.
Oh my God, do you remember that? Should we do like a slideshow of our best pictures and they can see?
We'll put a couple up.
Oh, that's
Because
crazy.
everywhere we went, people would say, "Oh my God, you guys are like the best couple." You looked, everywhere. But I don't know if you noticed this. Not the part that we were making fun of after when we went to Walmart the other day. Not the second part where I was joking with other people and told people. Not that part. I don't know if you noticed when we first walked in and walked down the main aisle, it was like there was a spotlight over our head and people were just standing out going and watching us walk by, and I was laughing like, oh my God, as soon as we get together, heads just turn for some reason.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Well,
it happened in Canada.
I can give you the explanation why. Because when two halves of the same energy soul meet, what I already give off in energy, when you're next to me, it's increased because now it's as one. That's if you
and when my energy is mad at your energy,
then we're just the yin yang.
Oh, okay.
Because you're the black fish, right?
Yeah, right.
I'm the white one.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's the history of you and I, so that they know.
Mm-hmm.
I will keep everybody.
That's a little bit.
It's a little bit. I'm sure you'll hear plenty of stories as we go along.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we are going to just do some random lives at night, so people want to come in and chat with us and find out some stuff. We're going to do that as well, correct?
Yeah, I mean,
so we'll post up when we're going to do that stuff. Give you guys a chance to.
You're gonna like
fall
link
in love with us.
Trwitter and everything like that.
I'll have all the links at
and
the
like
bottom
for
of this.
trending, like if they want to send something in that they're like obsessed about, like how I deep dive into things and whatnot.
Definitely, if
ramble and cut you off.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
Yep.
If any of you guys are going down a rabbit hole at night and you're finding something that you want us to talk about or check out, send it to us. You can
definitely at night because that's when I do my best.
But you can send it through YouTube. You can send it, through any of the links on the web. Get Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or directly to the website. You can go to terrortalknj.com and submit it right to us. We do check everything personally, so give us a chance to get to it. And that's it. So we started this segment. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll talk about some more crazy stuff as we go along. I think Heather, who, if you guys watch the other one, she's my medium on our team. She told me that Barbie, the movie, is supposed to be like a red pill, blue pill, like Matrix type, like decision movie.
I'm gonna be so upset about that.
So I think we're gonna go check it out, and if it seems like something that fits into the stuff that I do, then we'll talk about it. And if not, then we can just mention whether you liked it or not.
I'm gonna be so upset about that.
Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, like I said, if we can talk about, if it really does have one of those like awakening moments, then I'd love to talk about it, and you can also talk about whether it was a disappointment for you as a Barbie fan.
You're also waiting to hear back from Atlantic County, so hopefully you can.
That is true. We do have an investigation that we're scheduling where we'll go out and we'll film the entire investigation. We'll get you guys as much as we can on the place. And do you remember what is exactly again? It's the old Atlantic County Jail, or the municipal building.
Yeah.
Courthouse.
Oh, I don't have that notebook with me right now.
That's fine. So it's out there. Somebody that I'm friends with on Facebook contacted me, and she has the original jail cell in her office. They weren't allowed to remove it because of the historic society, stuff like that. And apparently there's people and the janitor, like, there is something going on there. They've seen things. So she reached out to me. So you reached out to them to get us permission to go in there. And we haven't heard anything back yet, but we're staying on it. She's going to try to get us in there as well.
Yes.
And we'll take down Heather, and we'll see what we can find down there. And
that'll be a fun road trip.
That'll be a good one. And we also are planning
a Scooby-Doo van.
We'll probably start out on a shorter one, but we're planning a road trip where we're going to go to a bunch of, known places or whatever. We're going to decide. Again, you guys want to send stuff in you want us to check out or come to your hometown. And we're going to do a little road, and we're going to film the whole thing. We'll probably podcast about it. I might even do like a little hour special, like the whole like road trippy kind of thing. Give you guys something to watch.
Yes.
And hopefully by then she's on board with the whole Tyla and Michael thing. It's going to be a long road trip if we're not a couple.
Road trip it to Vegas.
It's going to be a long road trip if we're not a couple. We could go right to Vegas and do a wedding, and I think if we did that, we really would have to stream it live so everybody could watch and be there with us.
Yeah.
Think so?
No.
No? You want it private?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll be private.
I mean, I don't know.
We'll bring them we can bring them to the party.
What am I even saying right now, though?
See, guys, this is called get in their subconscious. She plays hard to get like this, but I already got it. I know this. We're a couple. I speak. My words create my reality.
Michael, you should probably cut this.
My words create my reality. Tyla and Michael 2.0. So many people are going to be mad at us.
Oh, my.
We have as many people as loved us. We had a lot of haters. People that wanted to be with you that would hate for us to be back together. Hate. And then just general haters, because we weren't always happy. When we weren't fighting towards the end, we were the happy, like one person couple.
Yeah, I don't really think, did we really fight in public like that?
We really, only towards the end when, again, I wasn't doing what I should have done to keep you, and that's when we started to fight a little bit.
Yeah.
But I don't think, we never really fought in public. We always had a blast.
Yeah, you always fought other people, like that one old guy. When they said normally we have people put shirts on when they come in here in a tank top, but you were like the Hulk.
I don't believe any of my viewers know that I used to be 300-pound powerlifter, so now, of course, I'll put a picture up so they can see what I look like. And yeah, it was Billy's Red Room or Red Roof, or what was it called?
Billy's.
And the owners had a
Billy
policy.
And Madeline's, right?
Billy and Madeline.
Mm-hmm.
They had a policy, no tank tops. And I only wore tank tops because 3Xs were tight at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked in a tank top, and was it Madeline came over? The old lady?
Yeah, because everybody was staring at you.
It was literally like one of those movies, like Happy Days, when like the phone's and it goes, and everybody just looks at the door. Because I walked in, and it was a string tank top. It wasn't even a regular one. It was the one I used to wear with the bulldog on it, with the little strings. And
oh,
the
was
back.
it?
Yes.
Oh my God.
We were all out there. So
nipples and everything.
They were half covered. But no, Madeline came over and she said, hey, so normally, like, we don't allow tank tops in here, and we would give you a shirt to wear, but we don't have anything that's even going to come close to fitting you, so you just wear the tank top.
But you were even like, oh, what do you go up to an extra large? And she was like, no, we have like a 3XL, but it doesn't look like it's going to fit you around the neck or whatever she said.
Well, because my head was probably the same, but it was, it was uncomfortable to be that big. It was. You liked it. You liked the attention that I could bring.
No.
Yes.
No, because sometimes you were a bully. Sometimes you saved me when I almost got pimp slapped.
You want to tell that story?
Not right now. We'll save it for another.
Okay, remind us to talk about the almost pimp slap.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll come up
That's
somehow.
But anyway,
well, if we go down to Atlantic County.
We're rambling. Yeah, so back to Atlantic. So we're going to let you guys know when we get that. That should be a good investigation. I also am reaching out to someone that I know who has a or her sister has a cabin down in the Pine Barrens. I've been holding on to that one for a while, but I think we're going to go do it.
I drove through there the other day.
You told me. Yeah. Creepy, right?
Creepy and like cool. But like if you sneeze and you turn your wheel a little too much, you're going off the road and like you're screwed. Like there's nothing out there.
The only part of it I've gone through is the Parkway goes through it at one point. And like,
I've
never been.
This was my first time. I went down for my medication.
Happy pills.
Mm.
The lady down there, it's right next to the area where they do like the Satan worshiping, and like you could see all the stuff out there. The cabin's right there, and there's all kinds of activity. They've been. I've actually known these people since I had my antique shop. The lady that I deal with, big horror fan, a huge doll collection, has security cameras. Her husband built her a room for all her haunted stuff, and she has a lot. I mean, a lot. And she literally leaves surveillance 24/7 to catch things that happen in there. And she posted it. It's actually pretty cool.
You're going to have to drop the link.
I'll ask her. If you see the link, that means Sue said it was okay.
Totally forgot.
That's all right. But, so, yeah. After, I don't remember what we were talking about.
Pine Barrens cabin.
So, yeah. So, we have the two, that's what I was going to say. We have the two investigations planned. We have the one at the Atlantic County, the one in the Pine Barrens, and
hopefully the one in Atlantic County. He
that
hasn't.
First.
Yeah. But he hasn't gotten back to me.
We'll be persistent.
Yeah, I know. So I'm hoping that this gets to him, and he's like, "Oh, crap."
Well, other people have been there, so it's not like they don't want it.
Yeah, but not many.
That's okay. Again, and I'm friends with somebody that works there who just probably has to.
No, it's fine. It's
time. That's fine. But I was going to say
that we were rambling and you were trying to close up, and then I cut you off, so we kept going, and now it's playing this again. How creepy is this? I don't have it open on my computer.
It's trying to get its message across.
I'm telling you, it is. Like, if that's not.
No, the third thing I was saying was after the two investigations, hopefully we have at least the first mini road trip plan to hit a couple places.
Oh, yeah,
Even if we just do like a south one, go hit some of the people down there, or we could go over or whatever. I left that to you to plan. So, But again, probably be best if you.
But that would mean that I would have to spend like 24 hours with you at a time. So like we're getting there.
That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to get on board for that one because I'm not traveling around the country with my friend. I would. See, on my side, we're already together. I'm just waiting for you to catch up. And now that I've told the world this, if you've seen her on a dating app or if you're texting her, forget about it. You have no power against me. You have no power against me in the universe. Unless you have a more popular show and it's about true crime, then I might lose her.
Right? If y'all talk murders.
And then I might lose you. Or cheat on me with the true crime podcast.
No.
Somebody will come to me like, did you see Tyla on that true crime? Not like with that guy, on that true crime podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, like not cheat.
I'm like, what are you trying to make me out to sound like?
Yeah, keep up with my like little metaphor analogy things.
Yeah, sorry, I got nervous because like you're the one that's sneaky like that.
And I guess on that note, we're gonna wrap this up. We will definitely be back with the next episode, and until next time, stay safe.
Bye.